Let's move on now. Our next story. You know, maritime transportation, as the name suggests, is the process of moving people and goods via waterways. It plays a crucial role in global trade and logistics. In Nigeria, the business is experiencing teething problems, if you ask me. The call-up system, ETO, introduced by the Nigerian Ports Authority, NPA, to manage truck traffic and reduce congestion at ports, appears to have failed in its mandate. The Council of Maritime Transport Unions and Association, COMTUA, wants to quit the system, even as it has issued a 20-day notice to the NPA. Would we ever get it right?
The call-up system for trucks, especially for trucks coming to load petroleum products and also articulated vehicles coming to Apapa to pick and drop goods, containers, 20 feet, 40 feet. I mean, it became so embarrassing at a point. There was a queue from Apapa Port up to Palm Grove, up to Onipan. They queued right on the bridge from Apapa.
Imagine the gridlock.
Yes. So now they devised a call-up system where they are taking, they registered all of them, gave them codes, they will log on to a system, we will log on to an app, and I mean, they were well trained on it. So they stay in Ogere. So when it's your turn, that's along Lagos Ibadan, that's when they have a trailer park there and trucks park. So they'll call them from there in 50s, 100s, so that to ease the madness in that we call traffic in Apapa. And that worked for some time. But now, what COMTUA is saying now is some people are now sabotaging the system, you know? So I think we should go back to a situation where we have that system that could be credible again, that these people can that they can trust, because it's like they no longer trust.
Yes, they too are losing valuable time.
Welcome to the transformative journey of Gombe State. Like a beautiful bride in the savannah, Gombe State is steadily growing to become a commercial and investment hub with accelerated development of world-class infrastructure, quality education, and healthcare. The jewel in the savannah, under the visionary leadership of Governor Inuwa Yahaya, is taking giant strides in the quest to making Gombe State a paradise in Nigeria's northeast region. Join us on this adventure every Thursday by 3:30 p.m. as we explore Gombe's transformative journey to greatness.
Ogun State, the gateway to Nigeria, is setting the pace with groundbreaking infrastructure projects and innovative social programs for economic development. Join us every week for Gateway Diary, where we spotlight the incredible initiatives and achievements of Ogun State government under the...
Let me correct one impression that was earlier mentioned by a speaker there. The call-off system has never involved the tanker operators. It has only been container carrier trucks that has been involved in the call-off system. And this time that we were mentioning traffic gridlock extending to Palm Grove to all parts of Lagos was because there was a major road construction in Apapa. The road leading to the port actually failed. And it was a tripartite arrangement between the federal government, the Nigerian Ports Authority, and some private companies to fix this road. While that was ongoing, it is expected that there will be bottlenecks and there will be issues. And for this reason, trucks are always queuing on the road. And to at least alleviate the sufferings of other road users, the Presidential Task Force was commissioned to assist in maintaining law and order under the supervision of the then Vice President, Professor Oshibaju, Mr. Kayode Ogbefa, the former commissioner for the former police commissioner Akim Odumosu, and the rest of them, monitoring the traffic. And after the completion of the road, sanity returned to Apapa naturally. Now, our association is not against call-up or scheduling of trucks into the port. What we are actually against is the fact that inviting trucks to the port is a responsibility of the Nigerian Port Authority, which they have been doing. The Transport Department of the Nigerian Port Authority have been doing that seamlessly, and we don't have issues with that until that problem of the road construction that was resolved. However, in 2021, the Nigerian Port Authority now contracted a private company, Truck Transit Park Limited, to now take charge of the responsibility of the traffic department of the Nigerian Port Authority to be inviting trucks into the terminal. We mentioned it to them that this system is not workable. Why is it not workable? The Nigerian Port Authority has been, the terminals in the Nigerian Port Authority facility has been concessioned to private operators. For example, in Apapa, we have AP Mola Terminal, we have Eco Support, we have ENL. These terminal operators determine the truck that comes in and out of their terminals. And each time they mention that they're expecting 100 trucks, before the introduction of the Truck Transit Park Limited, they notified the Nigerian Port Authority Traffic Department that they're expecting 100 trucks, they're expecting 200 trucks, as the case may be, and we all apply online to Nigerian Port Authority, and they list our vehicles to come for that day. It has always been like that. But because the interest of the management of the Nigerian Authority is more of revenue generation, they partnered with this Truck Transit Park Limited to introduce the electronic call-up system to the extent that every trip to Apapa officially will cost a truck 25,000 naira, and unofficially another 200,000 naira to extortionists on the road, because we have various points where these trucks are checked before going into the port. Even at this, the congestion has not stopped, and the effect on our business is such that this process we are talking about is not transparent. It's not transparent to the extent that there is no truck that will go through the system and work more than once or twice in a month. For example, if I am financed by a bank to the extent of 80 million naira for a truck, and I'm expected to pay back in 5 years, and my truck is only allowed to work 2 times in a month because of this call-up system. The process of the call-up is such that we don't even know what truck is ahead of me, what truck is behind me. While I am in the transit park for about 14 days, you still see other trucks going on daily basis on priority. And these trucks are owned by senior military officials. They painted them in military color. They are driven by the members of the Nigerian Armed Forces. Some of these trucks are also owned by members or personnel of this Truck Transit Park Limited. The problem we have with this call-up system is that, one, it is not transparent. The company continues to give excuses on excuses, and we still have the congestion on the road, in addition to the multiple taxation that is involved. As much as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is doing everything to make the standard of living of Nigerians to improve, to reduce the cost or the prices of commodities, this process we are going through is not helping matters. Every container trucker that moves to the port and pay 25,000 naira and other 200,000 naira to get into the port will definitely push the entire bill onto the importer, and it ends as a problem for the final consumers. We are challenging this process, that the process is not transparent. We are challenging it that the process is multiple taxation. We are challenging it because the Nigerian Port Authority are not even performing their statutory responsibilities. And if anybody is saying the process is working seamlessly, it is not correct.
Wow.
It is only in Nigeria that we will hear that after all the expenses on an imported cargo has been made, you have paid for import duty, you have paid for the terminal charges, you have made all payments. For the truck to come and load the cargo, it will spend another 30 days and 2 weeks to get into the port. It is not healthy. These people are sabotaging the efforts of the federal government. And that is why we are saying we are no longer interested in this business. There's no law establishing TTP to the extent that they must compel me to go into Mr. A's garage and pay, from there to go into another person's garage and pay before coming into the port. And we are, by this medium, telling the Nigerian Ports Authority that henceforth we don't want to participate in this process. We want to come to the port. We will notify you of the number of trucks of our members that will be coming to the port on a regular basis, and we will seek approval from you before coming to the port. The Lagos State government is also on the road, ensuring that the traffic is flowing freely. So what is the business of this Truck Transit Park Limited in the whole of this exercise? And that is what we are contesting.
All right, comrade, we cannot but wish you Godspeed. You know, my colleagues and I appreciate what the problem is. You know, wish you well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. That was Comrade Adeyinka Aroyenwu, President, Council of Maritime Transport Union and Association. That's a COMTUA for short. Gentlemen, the workload ahead.
Yes, there's a lot of there's a lot that needs to change about the way we run our ports, and I agree with him that multiple taxation ultimately ends up badly on the end consumer.
That's it. That's you and I.
Yes, because the burden will be pushed on us. So what are we talking about? If we want the economy to improve, buying and selling should naturally also improve. That's how everybody benefits from the prosperity that our country has. But all of these multiple taxations and all that are not beneficial in the final analysis.
All right. MJ, I'm sure you are in sync.
An example of what the president just said now is the fact that if you have a container that berths at the port, I mean, you want to get your container from the port. Now, transporting the container from the port to probably anywhere in Lagos, to destination within Lagos, normally it shouldn't be more than probably 250 to 300,000. But with this, importers or now the owners of those goods are being now forced to pay between 800 and 1 million naira.
Okay.
That's what he just explained. And this is what is causing it.
All right, folks, so we are done. What we do is to integrate issues as they come to us. But everything we do is organized, is regulated by time. Our time is up. We must thank first Babajide Kolade Utitoju. Many thanks for your intervention.